Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Latham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Latham. Episode number 428. Today I am actually back in a house, so hopefully the area is a little more conducive to recording, hence the different view as well. And yes, I'm in slightly warmer weather again. It's not raining, thank goodness. Today I'm actually going to run through some hints and tips on cleaning up your Gmail account. Gmail accounts are fantastic. In fact, Gmail, Microsoft Outlook, or M365, Google Workspace, Zoho Mail. They're all fantastic. And one of the reasons they're fantastic is you get so much space to store your mails. You don't have to clean them up. You don't have to worry about if you're like if you're on a server or using POP3 mail, you don't have to worry so much about going in and cleaning out everything and keeping everything clean because you've got so much space. Unfortunately, you do sometimes run out of space on your Gmail account or your cloud email account. So today I thought what I'd do is I'd actually look at the Gmail interface or the Google Workspace interface and show you some hints and tips on cleaning up your Gmail so that you can actually make some more space. Eventually you will run out of storage space and you'll need to clean it up. So let's go through and have a look at a few of the hints and tips that I've got here. So let me click over. Okay, so this is my Google Workspace. I don't use this workspace anymore. I still have it, but I don't use it. It's great for these types of demos, which is one reason why I've kept it. Given that I don't use it anymore, it's probably a really good idea I go through and clean it out and get rid of old mail and mail that I don't need anymore. Let's have a chat about some of the filters and features that you can use to find emails. One of the things that takes up the most room in any of your cloud email storage or any email storage are attachments. People will send you, as you can see here, I've got an attachment here, and I've got an attachment here, and I've got an attachment here. And Google Workspace, Gmail is good at telling you when it's got attachments that it can actually decipher, that it can interpret. So, images, PDFs. Now, a lot of this is going to be blurred out. Hopefully my editor is good enough to show those things there for you. The reason that attachments can be problematic is if you've had the case where I have, where someone's been sending through proposals, and rather than working on an online document and just saying, look, I've updated the document, go and have a look at it, they send it back to me and they send it back to me. So I might end up with 6 or 7 or 10 versions of the one document. If that document is 5 megabytes in size, and I end up with 10 versions of it, that's 50 megabytes of data that I'm storing in my inbox that I don't need to. It is questionable as to whether I need all of the original versions of it as well. I should be able to just delete those and just keep the latest one. I think more importantly too, that if you are getting in attachments like this, should you be storing them in your email? Or should you be organized and storing them in your storage account? Either in this case, should it be going to Drive? Should I be putting it into my CRM? The things that you need to think about as you go through. Now, it's easy. That attachment, I'll get back to it. I'll come back to it. And then one day you're getting this message saying you're about to exceed or you're about to run out of storage. You're like, I've got to clean up all of those attachments. How do you do that? How do you easily find the attachments that you can get rid of? Well, let me show you a few things here. In the search bar for Google, in your Gmail or your Google Workspace mail account, Gmail and Google Workspace, they're the same interfaces. Just click on the search bar. You'll see that I've already got a couple of searches that we've done. That they will give you options on them. Sorry, they will give you the previous searches you've done on your account, or the previous X number of searches you've done on your account. So you can go back and look at them quickly. Otherwise, you do have a couple of options that are presented straight up. Has attachment, last 7 days from me. The other thing to look at is your little slider bar here on the right hand side. It looks like little volume controls. And when you mouse over it, it says show search options. You can click on that as well. And that gives you a whole heap of other options you can search for. We're going to go through a lot of these today, but we're going to start first of all with has attachments. If I just check has attachment and say search, we're not going to create a filter with this. We're just going to say search. Now it says it has an attachment and it's showing me how many messages I've got. Now up here on the top right hand side, it says 1 to 100 of many. Now, one way I can easily select all these and find out how many I've got, just click the select all button. You'll see here all 100 conversations on this page are selected. Select all conversations that match this search. If I do that, it's going to select everything. So if I really just wanted to, I could just delete everything, but I'm not going to, because that's not clever. So we're going to unclear that. We've still got the search for has attachment on. So we are now only looking at what has got attachments in it. That's the first thing you can do. Okay, that's great, Charlie, but how does that help us? Because some of these are new, some of these we don't want to get rid of, some of them we can just delete, and some of them we need to know a little bit more about. You'll see at the top here, you've got a few options. Does it contain an image? Does it contain a PDF? Does it contain a document? We can look at who it's from. We can look at the time frame. I'm going to go through these because these are all fantastic. Exclude calendar updates. Who was it sent to? Is it unread? Let's go across, and then you can do an advanced search. I'm not going to cover advanced search yet. I'm just going to cover some of these. The one that I like the most is I want to see where my big attachments are. A lot of these are only going to be a couple of kilobytes. And some of these are going to be, the logo files that are attached that get converted and then made into attachments and don't show in the email. So up here in the search bar, I'm going to put has attachment, and then I'm going to put larger, 10 megabytes. So I want to see any file that is larger than 10 megabytes. And if I hit enter, look at that. Now I can see all of the documents that I have in my inbox. Sorry, I'm just working my way through. That I have in my inbox that are larger than 10 megabytes. Now, 10 megabytes is a huge file size. And you can see I've got lots and lots and lots of messages here. Well, I've got 15. Well, that's still a lot of messages that have got 10 megabyte or larger attachments in it. The next thing I want to do is, okay, so how old are these? Do I want to get rid of anything? One way that I handle it is by looking at when these came in. I can quite simply here just delete it. Just select everything, hit the trash icon or the delete icon. It'll all go to trash. It'll get rid of it. Eventually, in 30 days, it will clear the trash and it'll all go away. Some of these I want to keep. Now, one of the things I'd actually going to recommend that you do is you do go through and you look at them. So this one here, you see I've got a Word document that I think I want to keep. So what I'm going to do, I can't do it from this interface. So I'm just going to click in here and I'm going to go to my attachment, and with my attachment, you'll see I've got an add to drive. I'm just going to add that straight to my Google Drive for the time being. just add it. It's added to my Google Drive. So now that's saved off in my Google Drive. So if I delete the email, I'm not going to lose that document. Go through, absolutely go through and check and make sure you're not going to get rid of attachments that you want. So I'm just thinking, and I'm getting distracted by what's in here, which is amazing that I do that. Yeah, so you just make sure that you don't delete things that you're going to need. The other thing you can do here is you can say after 1/1, I'm going to check it, 1970, and before 1/1/2020. Okay, so this is going to show me anything that's coming after 1st of the 1st, 1970, and anything that's come in after that before 1st of the 1st, 2020 that has an attachment of larger than 10 megabytes. That's reduced it down from 15 to 14. That was really helpful, wasn't it? So now I can look and I can say, okay, these, I don't want any of these. I don't want any of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all and I'm going to hit delete. Now they're in my trash, gone. That's one search you can do. Well, two searches you can do. You can look for attachments that are larger than a particular size. We can look for attachments. You can look for attachments that are larger than a particular size. You can look for emails that come in before and after a date that have attachments. You can just chain them in the search bar up here. Now, if you forget that and you can't remember, like, Charly, that's so cool, but we can't remember that, what you can do is come back into your search options. You can say has an attachment. Size is greater than 10 megabytes. So just put that in search there. See, that gives it to you automatically. It gives us the one file that's remaining. If you want to do another search, we can clear all that. We can say, get rid of that. Well, hang on, let's just clear it. So to clear it, come back to that in a minute because I just cleared it. Now I want to look at everything that has come in within a year of, not 2025, let's go back to a year of 2021. Okay, so no, not 3rd of the 11th. We want to go back to 1st of the 1st, 2021. We want to see everything that's a year either side of 1st of the 1st, 21. Say search. You'll see here it says after 2020 and before 2022. So 1st of the 1st, 2020, but before 1st of the 2nd, 2022. So that's going to give me a year either side of 1st of the 1st, 2021. So that's 2 years, basically. If I only want that to be a year, I can actually just come up here and say, make it 1st of the 1st. You can just manually edit it. And that gives you all of this stuff here that we can select and delete. Now, I'm not going to delete it because I want to be able to continue and do some of these demonstrations. And if I start deleting these mails, we're going to lose a whole heap of them. Okay, so that you can do a before and after and just have a look at all of the mails that have come in within a particular point in time. I like to keep my mail for as long as I can. I think it's good practice so that I can go back and find it, because you don't save off every email. Not everything goes into your CRM. There's always going to be one day that I come to and go, I really needed that email. How do I find it? Okay, so but being able to search and go, I want to just get rid of everything now that from 6 years ago and before. I can get rid of all of that. What else do we have that we can play with here? If you look in your all mail, this is the other thing that you should probably be aware of, is it will give you all of the tags that you have set up. So you can search within a tag and start cleaning up tags. You can search within your chats, within your spam, within your trash or your bin. You can search, you can see here you've got mail, spam, and bin. So it's only going to do that. It'll exclude anything in the tags, your sent mail, anything in starred, things that are just in the inbox. So you can refine down where these searches are being done. When I'm doing this and I'm trying to clear space, I always stay on all mail. Make sure I get rid of all mail. Let's say, okay, so if you see here, I've got these emails. Ryan, just an editing note, Ryan here. If you could just let this one be seen, please, the one that I'm highlighting. So you'll see that this says Cron Damon and it's got where it's from. I've got a lot of these in my inbox. So let's say I just want to delete all of those. I don't have a filter set up for them, which I probably should have had. And I just want to delete anything that's come in from Cron Damon. So from here, I can try and search for who it's come from, or I can search for something in the subject line. Now, the way I like to do this is I like to do the subject line, and I like to do a part of the subject line. There we go. Cron, yeah, so Cron 6 age at web host. So it doesn't have to contain all of the subject line. It's got to contain enough of the subject line that it's going to give you unique results, though. Say search, and now it's showing you that I've got everything that's got that come in. What I'm going to do, this one I can delete, select it all. Once I've selected it all, you should get a little option here that tells you that all the conversations on this page are selected. I have my Gmail set to show me 100 conversations on a page. You may have yours set to 10 or 20 or 50. That number there will change. But then right next to it, it'll say select all conversations that match this search. I'm going to do that. Now it's highlighted everything. I know you can't see it. And then I'm going to hit the delete button. It's going to ask you to confirm the bulk action. Say yes. Gives you a little pop-up that says it's moving the conversations to the bin. It'll do so for any remaining conversations in a few minutes. It may take some time to do so. It's going to take some time for this to actually show up and for these all to be taken from my folders into the trash. That happens. We just need to be patient. Okay, going to go back to my inbox. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to go back to the attachments one because that's always a cool one. If you just click on has attachments, so go back into your search options, click on has attachments, click search. You'll see at the top, I think I mentioned these before, we've got image, PDF, documents. I want to see everything that's got a PDF. I'm just going to click the PDF. Once you're in has attachment, you can have a look at everything that's got a PDF attachment. So this one looks like it's only got images, but there must be a PDF on it as well. Okay, guys, I think that's going to give you an awful lot to do to clean up your email. There are some pretty cool search functions that you can do to create filters and such, and I think I'm going to touch that in the next video that I do. Now, I do have a blog post that's got these filters already, or these searches already documented. What I'll do is I'll link to that blog post as well, so you can go through that because there's a lot of hints and tips in there. Filtering and searching within not particularly within your Google Workspace account is really powerful. It can help you not only get organized, but it can help you clean up your inbox very quickly and get rid of some of the messy mail that you may or may not want anymore, and reduce how much storage space you've got. Was this useful? Was this a useful video for you? Was it helpful? Did it show you some of the hints and tips? Did you learn something from it? I'd love to know. Please leave your comments in wherever you are watching or listening to this video. Come across and join me in my locals community, askcharlylatham.locals.com. You can join the conversation there. If you've got a search that you love using and you want to share that with people, I'd love for you to do that. If you've got questions on any of the searches that I've shown you, or you're not quite sure how to do something, that's the best place to ask me right there. You can send me a DM on any of my social media channels. I'll get back to those eventually. I am slower answering my social media channels. And you can come and visit me on my website as well, askcharlylatham.com. If this video was useful, I would really appreciate it if you'd give it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlylatham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.